So for a start, I will start by creating a slip knot, and I will be working with my hips measurement. So my hips measurement is 41, so that is what I'll be doing. So I'll make a chain long enough to fit into my hips measurement. So I'll make 41 long chain. I don't know if that makes sense. So we start by chaining. So when you get to a point, you're just going to go right into the very first chain here with your hook. So the reason why we are doing this is because we are going to be joining the chain together. So you continue doing your chain all the way till you get to the length you want. So just make a chain long enough to fit into your waist measurements. That is what I'm going to do. This is 41 inches long chain for my hips measurement, and the reason why it looks short is because I doubled it, right? So I will just take a measurement of this. So 41, so I have 21 here, right? 21 plus 21 will give you 42. So remember, I doubled the yarn, so one side of the yarn is 21 and the other side is 21, which is still perfect. So I'm going to be working with this. So moving on, I'm just going to pass the yarn here to this other side to give us a circle. So yeah, so this is for the first row or the first round of this tutorial. So the very first row, we are going to be starting by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3, and we are going to be double crocheting in every stitch, in every loop on the chain till we get back to this point. So you start by yarning over, moving to the next chain here, and you make a double crochet, yarn over, move to the right next to the next loop and make a double crochet. And I'm going to be double crocheting, I'm going to be double crocheting all the way till I get back to the point where I started from. So just double crochet all the way around your chain basically. So yeah, that's it. So you're going to double crochet all the way till you get back to this point. So yarn over and go right into the loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2. So I am at the end of the first row. So basically I'm just going to make sure the circle is straight, just like so, before I end. So I will go in right here at the top of the chain 3 we started from. I will go in right there with a slip stitch to end the round. So I've successfully ended the round, and this is what it should look like. So moving on, we are going to be doing something a little bit different. So I'm going to start by chaining 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I will count to 1, 2, and I will place my double crochet in the second here. So this is 1, 2, and on the third here you place your double crochet. So chain 2, count to 1, 2, and I'll place my double crochet right after the second stitch here. Chain 2, count to 1, 2, and I'll place my stitch right on top of the second stitch, just beside, as if you're moving to the third stitch here. So we have 2 in the middle, and this is where I'm placing my double crochet. So this is what we should have. So chain 2, count 1, 2, and place here. So 1, 2, and then I'll place the double crochet here. Chain 2, 1, 2, and on the third here I will place a double crochet. Chain 2, 1, 2, and on the third I'll place a double crochet. So this is what the work should look like for the second round or the second row. So you're going to do this all the way till you get back to this point. So just go ahead and chain 2 and move right into the third loop here and place your double crochet. So count 1, 2, and on the third here, on the third loop, I'm going to place a double crochet. So that's it basically for the second round of the dress. So you're just going to do that all the way till you get to the beginning where we started from. Then I will show you what to do next. I'm at the end of the second round, right? So I'm just going to count 3. Before then, I'm going to chain 2, and then I'll count 3. 1, 2, 3, and on the fourth here, I will place my slip stitch to end the round. So this is what your work should look like after this end of the second row. So moving on, for the third row, we are going to be doing 2 double crochet in every chain 2 space, right? And this is what we are going to be doing for the rest of the tutorial. So you're going to be interchanging this row and the next row. So to do that, you're going to start by chaining 3, and you go right into the first chain with 2 double crochet. So moving on, I'm going to go into the next space here with 2 double crochet. So the reason why this is 3 is because the chain 3 doesn't count as a stitch. This is our first chain, and this doesn't count as a stitch. So I am just going to move right into the next space here with 2 double crochet. Move right into the next with 2 double crochet. Move right into the next with 2 double crochet. Move right into the next chain 2 space with 2 double crochet, and to the next chain 2 space with 2 double crochet. So easy peasy. So this is what we are going to do for this row, and this is going to be the pattern all the way till we get to the length of the dress we want. So moving on, you're just going to place 2 double crochet in every chain 2 space here all the way till you get to the length of the dress you want, basically. So yeah, so follow the sequence and place 2 double crochet all the way till you get to the length you want. So I am at the end of the third row, so I'm just going to go right into the very first chain here, the chain 3 we started with at the top, with a slip stitch to end the round. So this is what your work should look like. I'm moving on. Take note of this round. So we are going to be interchanging this round and the merge round, this round here. So that's what we are going to be doing. So to do the merge round on top of this round, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by chaining 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I am going to go right into the space here, this edge here, the breach between the 2 double crochet on this other chain and the 2 double crochet on this chain. So I'm going to place my 1 double crochet there. So moving on, I'm just going to chain 2 and go right into the next breach here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, move right into the next here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, move right into the next here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, move right into the next here, the middle, with 1 double crochet. So this is what we are going to be doing all the way, as you can see. So this is a pattern we are going to be using. So basically is we will be interchanging these both rows. So after this row should be the merge row, after the merge row should be this row. So That's what you're going to do all the way till you get to the length of the dress you want. And for this dress, I'll be making my dress to be 50 inches long. That is the length I am working with for my clients. And you can go ahead and do that, or you can just go ahead and do yours to be longer, or depends on how long you want your length to be. But don't forget, we are working with both patterns, so after this row should be the next row, after this row should be this row, so we are just interchanging the rows and all. So that's what we are going to be doing all the way till we get to the length we want. If you need to watch this over and over again to have like a proper understanding of how this is made, or how this stitch and pattern is, or how I cut this, just go ahead and do that. But it's just direct and straightforward, so that's just it basically. So do this all the way till you get to the length you want. I will do this till I get to 40 length, 40, like 40 inches. So I will do this till I get 40 inches. Then I'll come back and show you how to make the armhole, because basically we are working from bottom to top, so we are starting from down to the upper part of the dress. So this is going to be the down part of the dress, so we are going to be working from down to the upper part of the dress. So you're going to make 40 inches, or you basically whatever inches you're working with, or whatever length you're working with, you're going to take out 10 inches out from it and make your dress to be whatever length that is left. Make it that long, and then we'll come back and I'll show you what to do with the remaining 10 inches and create an armhole for it, and then do the hoodie part, and that's it basically. So just keep doing this all the way till you get to the length, just the way I've explained. And yeah, I will meet you when I get my lengths. So the length of what I have now is 41 inches long, right? And this is from, we started from down up right here. So these points we are going to be working on will be the points where we are going to be placing the armholes, right? So as you can see, I've divided both sides into 2 equal half. On the side where the armhole, on both corners where the armholes will basically pop out from. So yeah, that's it basically. So I am going to be crocheting on one side of the dress, and I will do that for the other side at the back. So we are going to start right from the corner here where I ended, and I will crochet all the way and get to this point here, and I will end and go back. That's it basically. So let's begin the first panel, which is going to be the front or the back, I don't know. Both sides looks the same. So let's start. So we'll start by chaining 7 as we've always done. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'm just going to yarn over and go right into the next here with a chain 1, and I will just repeat the whole chain 1 process all the way till I get to this point where the other marker is at. That's it basically, and I'll show you what to do when you get to the end. So just continue the process all the way till you get to this point, and yeah. So you're just going to do that all the way till you get to this point. So I'm at the other side of the stitch marker. This is where we started from, and we are back here. So basically I did 39 for the front panel, and this is 39 for the back panel basically. So sorry, this stitch marker was supposed to be here, right? So this is what it should look like, and I'm going to keep this part of this part of the dress short. So basically we are just going to be interchanging the stitch. So moving on, the next stitch will be the 2 double crochet in the chain 2 space. So that's it basically. So you're going to do this all the way till you get to 10 inches. The length of the dress is 50 inches, and I already did 40 for the body down part of the dress, and I'm going to be making 10 more inches for the upper part, right from this point right up. So yeah, that's it basically. So moving on, I'm just going to chain 3 and go right into the chain 1 space here with 1 more. The chain 3 here count as one stitch, as a stitch rather. So that's it basically. So I'm just going to double crochet in every double crochet in every space as we have been doing all the way till I get to the end. And I'm going to be doing this all the way till I get to 10 inches for the top, and I will do that for the back panel too. So it's going to be one side for the front and the other side for the back. That's it basically. So you're just going to 2 double crochet in every space. So we are still repeating the same pattern, or the pattern of stitch we are using. There is nothing changing. The only difference now is we are trying to create an armhole into double crochet all the way. So you're going to do this and then you're just going to interchange it. So basically for the front panel, we are going to be working the front panel till we get to 10 inches. Then I will do that for the back panel, and yeah, that will be it. And then we'll keep doing this all the way till you get to the end. So this is what the body of the dress looks like. So I ended up making a total of 12 rows for the front panel. As you can see, this is what it looks like. So I am going to make that for the back panel too. To begin the back part of this tutorial, I'm just going to skip the cluster here. So I'm going to leave one cluster here in the middle and go right here and begin the new or the back panel, right? So I'm going to go in with the slip stitch I created, or the slip knot I created, and I'm going to chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and moving on to the next, I'm going to place a chain 1, just the way we've been doing, and I will work my way. I work my way all the way back till I get back to this point here. Here I'm going to skip the 3 here and I'm going to go back to this point here. So that's it basically for the back panel. So we are going to make the same length, or make it to be long enough to fit into the front panel, the same length as the front panel. Then yeah, that's it basically. I'm going to make that long enough to fit into the front panel, just like the front panel. So you do this all the way till you get to the point to fit into the front panel. So you're going to continue all the way till you get to this point. So that's it basically. As you can see, right, this is what it should look like. And I want to close up the shoulders, like both sides, this part and this part. As you can see, I already placed my stitch markers here on the shoulder part here. So I took out 5 inches from this side and 5 inches from this side, and this measurement depends widely on how broad your shoulder is. So you take the measurement of your shoulder and do what works for you, right? But the opening here is wide enough to go through my head, or my head can go through this opening here. So just do what works for you. Take your shoulder measurement and see the inches you can take off and the one you will leave out. So yeah, that's it basically. So I'll be moving on to closing this part from this point down to this point, and from this point down to this point. So that's where I'll be closing up, and this will be the part where our head will go through. And to do that, I'm going to be flipping my work inside out, because I want the nice stitch or stitches to face upward, and I want the seaming from the shoulder to face inside with the not very good stitch. So I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I'll be doing. So yeah, so you're going to flip your work inside out and then move on to closing up. So I'm going to sew both panels together right to this point where the stitch marker is connected, and to do that I'm just going to continue from where I ended the other panel. I didn't cut off, so I'm just going to continue from there. So I'm just going to do that with a single crochet. So I'm just going to go right into this other panel with the loop. It's going to be a little bit tricky, so yeah. yarn over, and then slip stitch. Right, then I'm going to single crochet all the way till I get to this point. So yarn over, go in here into both panels, yarn over, pull, and then single crochet. So that's what we are going to be, that's the pattern of closing up we are going to be using, or that's what we're already using. So yeah, so just do this all the way till you get to where your stitch marker is, or where your measurements, or where you place your marker. So that's it basically. So I am done with this other part of the shoulder. This is what it should look like. So I am going to be doing same for this part here. So you just close up this part, then we'll move to the sleeve. So you're just going to go in here, take this out. I think it's part 3. Okay. So I'm at the end here already, so I'm just going to chain 1, pull, then cut off. So that's it basically for the shoulders. So I'm just going to flip my work out, inside out again, to turn it to the right parts. And this is what our shoulder looks like. This is what it should look like at this point, the neck and then the shoulder. See the seaming, so beautiful and neat. Right, and then this is the armhole. Right, so the next part will be making the sleeve, right, which we are going to be doing. So yeah, so I am done with one part of the hand. I don't know how to, like, let me place it this way so you see. So this is one side of the hand. As you can see down here, we have a flay here because that's what she wanted, and she wants the hand really big, like free. So yeah, so this is one part, and I will do this here and show you how I got this done. So basically, and if you noticed, I changed the stitch here, so I just did a mesh stitch here because that is exactly what is on the picture she sent. So I just did a mesh stitch here, right? So yeah, so that's it. So to begin, I'm just going to go right here, just underneath the armpit area. That's where we are going to be starting a new row. So I will start by creating a slip knot, and I will go right into the middle here, right into the middle with the slip knot I've created, and I'm going to be chaining 6. So the chain 6 is 3 will count as a double crochet and 2 will count as a chain 2. I don't know if that makes sense. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'll be working this way. So the next, I'm going to go into the next stitch here with a mesh stitch, right? So I'm just going to go there with 1 double crochet, and I will chain 2 1 2 and go into the next space here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, and I will skip this point. Sorry, I will chain 2 and go into the next space here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, sorry, and go into the next space with 1 double crochet. So this point we are not skipping any space here, so you just chain 2 and go around all the spaces on the armhole with a double crochet. Remember the hand or the sleeve of the dress is a free sleeve, so we are not going to be skipping, so we are just going to make it make it closely. So just chain 2 and place 1 double crochet in every space all the way around the armhole. No increase, no decrease, just keep doing that till you get to the end, or you get to the end where we are going to end the row. So you're just going to do this all the way till we get back to this point. I am back to the point here where we started from, and I have a chain 2 here already, as you can see. So I'm just going to chain 2, 1 2 3 4. On the 4th here, I'm going to go right there with a slip stitch to end around. So you start by chaining 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I'll go right on top of the double crochet here, right on top there with a double crochet. I will chain 2 and go right on top the next double crochet here with a double crochet. I will chain 2, double crochet right here, chain 2, double crochet here, chain 2, double crochet on top of the double crochet underneath. So yeah, this is it basically. So we are going to be repeating row 2 all the way till we get to the end, or you get to your wrist area where we are going to be doing the flay. So chain 2 and go right underneath the double crochet under with a double crochet, just like so. And yeah, so you're going to be doing this all the way till you get to the length you want. Like I said, I did a total of 30 rows, and that was enough to go down to my wrist area before I did the flay. So I'll come back and show you how to get the flay when I get to the length I want for this side of the sleeve. So this is a total of 30 rows, right? So I am going to make the flay. So to make the flay, I'm just going to start by chaining 6, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I will go right into the next here with 1 double crochet. I'm moving on to the next here. I'm going to chain 2, 1 2, and I'll go in here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, go into this very stitch with 1 double crochet. I will chain 2 and move on to this with 1 double crochet, and I'll move on to the next with what I did here, the increase here. So I'll just chain 2 and go right here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in that same stitch. So we are placing an increase here. So what I'm doing is 1 increase, 1 normal, 1 increase, 1 normal. So the next there will be no increase here, so I'm just going to chain 2 and go right here with 1 double crochet. Sorry, it's a little bit tricky. So chain 2, 1 double crochet into the space here, chain 2, move on to the next stitch and make your increase. So that's it basically for this round. So repeat this whole sequence till you get to the end of the row. So I am back to this point where we started from, so I'm just going to chain 2 and count 1 2 3, and on the 4th here I'll place a slip stitch to end the round. Successfully ended that round. So moving on to the next part, which is going to be the second row for the flip part of the sleeve. I'm going to start by chaining 6 again, 5 6. I'm moving on to the next here. I'm just going to place 1 double crochet right on top, and moving on to the next first increase, I'm going to chain 2 and place 1 double crochet on the first stitch, and on the second I'm going to chain 2 and place a double crochet. So this first row, this row is the only row we place an increase. Moving on, we are just going to be 1 double crocheting in every stitch all the way around till we get to the length we want. So just 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in every space till you get to the length of the flay you want. I did a total of 7 rows for the flay, but if you want it to be longer, you can go ahead and add as many rows as you want, but 7 rows was okay for the flay. So yeah, so just go ahead and do 1 double crochet, no increase, no decrease, all the way till you get to the length you want. So repeat this row all the way till you get to the length you want. Like I said, I did a total of 7, so you can go ahead and do many rows as possible. So yeah. So I am done with both hands. This is what it looks like. This is the other, and this is the flay on both hands. So the next part of the tutorial will be the hoodie part on the top here at the neck part. So let's dive right into that. So to begin the hoodie part, I'm just going to start by creating a slip knot, just like so. And I will start right here at the middle. I'll go right there with the loop I created, and then I'll chain 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and I'll move right here this point with 1 double crochet, chain 2, move right into the next here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, move into the next with 1 double crochet. So I'm going to do this all the way around. You're not going to be skipping any parts, so you just have to do 1 double crochet in every loop all the way around the neck opening here at the top. So yeah, so do not skip any loop, just go right into the loop with 1 double crochet, chain 2, move into the loop here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, move into the loop here with 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. So you're going to do this all the way around till you get back to this point where we started from. So I'm back to this point where we started from. So I'm just going to chain 2 and end the row. 1 2, then count 1 2 3, then end the round here. 1 2 3. So yeah, so this is what your first row should look like. So it's looking this way, and it will make sense now to when you go all the way around and have like good rows. So moving forward, we are going to be placing increase on ends to end. So I'll place my increase here and place another increase here, right, on both sides. So this increase is to give you like a bigger feel when you throw it over your head. It's going to sit well. It's not going to be like tight. So that's why I'm doing the increase, and I'm going to be doing this increase for the next 6 to 10 rows. It depends. So yeah, but this is going to be our first row of decrease, and I'm going to show you how to decrease and then leave it to it. So our first decrease will be on this point where we are going to be starting the row. So I'm going to start by chaining 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'll go right into this point where the chain 6 is connected with a double crochet. So that's going to be our first decrease. And moving on, I'm going to start by chaining 2, and then I will just chain 2 and 1 double crochet in every stitch all the way till I get to the other corner where I will place in a second decrease. So chain 2, move all the way to the other corner. So yeah, that's it basically. Chain 2, place a double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. So I'm going to do this all the way, and when I get to this corner here, I'm going to be placing the second increase. Have I been saying decrease all the while? I'm sorry, increase, where I'm going to be placing the second increase. So you're going to be doing this all till you get to this point. So yeah, so I'm at the middle here already, the other corner. So this is the other corner and this is the second corner. So I already placed 1 double crochet here, so I'm just going to chain 2 and go right into that same space with 1 more double crochet. Right, so that's it. So moving on, I'm just going to continue the sequence, 1 double crochet, chain 2 in every space till I get to the end where we started from. So yeah, so that's it basically. So we are going to be doing this, and I'm going to be placing the increase for the next 6 to 10 rows. Like I said, it depends on how big you want it. So I already have my work looking big. As you can see, is giving me a ruffle vibe. That's to show you that it's actually big. So I wouldn't want to place too much increase, so I would just do it for the next 6 rows, but you can go ahead and do it for like 10 rows or 12 rows. Depends on how big you want your what's it called, depends on how big you want your hoodie, right? So if you want it to be very big, you can go ahead and do like 10 to 12 rows. I mean for the increase, right? But we are still going to be adding more rows without the increase. But for the increase, you're going to do it for the next 6 to 10 rows or even 12. It depends on how big you want it. So you continue the same rows. If you need to watch this pattern or watch any part of the tutorial over and over again to understand, go ahead and do that. But this is how you place an increase on the sides. You place on this side and place on this side. Right, so that's how you place an increase till you get to the size you want. So this is how mine will be looking. So I will do this all the way, and then I will come back to show you when I get to this point. So just keep 1 double crocheting all the way till you get back to this point. So this is what it looks like at this point, right? So you're just going to continue row 2. This row we just ended, you're just going to continue the row all the way. When you get to this point, you start with an increase, and when you get to this point, you place an increase, right? So that's what you're going to do all the way around till you get to 6 to 10 rows. Then I'll come back and show you what to do going forward. So you will keep repeating that round all over and over and over again. If you need to watch this part of the tutorial 2 or 3 more times to understand what it is about, just go ahead and do that. But that's it basically. So yeah, so that's it. That's what you're going to do. It's not going to look nice or make sense right now, but as you keep going down the row and adding more rows, it's going to start coming together and it makes sense at the end. So just keep doing this for the next 6 to 10 rows, depends on how big you want. So make your increase for the next 6 to 10 rows. I will come back and show you what else to do moving forward. So I just ended my last row of increase here. So this is a total of 7 rows, 6 rows for the increase and 1 row, the one we started with, so 7. So moving on, I'm just going to crochet normal all the way till I get to the length I want. So if you want your hoodie to be longer, you can go ahead and do as many rows as possible. I don't know the numbers of rows to make, so I'm just going to be making this all the way till I get to the length that will be long enough to go around my head or go up to my head, right? So just do as many rows as possible. Moving on from this row, I'm not going to be placing any increase anymore. 1 2 3 4 5 6, so there will be no increase moving on from this row. So I'm just going to continue the sequence just the way I have been working. One double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet in every stitch. So I'm going to crochet normal all the way for the next how many rows. I don't know how many rows yet, but I'm going to do that till it gets to the length I want. So yeah, so the numbers of rows you decide to do will give you the outcome of the hoodie, and it's not going to look beautiful now until you put it on. When you put it on, it's going to sit pretty on your head. So if you want the hoodie to be long enough to go right down to your face, just go ahead and add more rows. But I'm going to be making as many rows as possible to go around my head and sit very well as a proper hoodie. So just keep doing this all the way till you get to the length of hoodie that you want. So yeah, so no increase, no decrease from this row moving forward. Just keep crocheting normal all the way till you get to the length you want. So this is what your hoodie part of the dress should look like. I did a total of 20 rows, 19 to 20 rows. So I added how many rows to the 7 row? I added 13 rows to the 7 rows of increase that we made, or 6 rows of increase plus the first row, which there was no increase basically. So everything gave me 19 to 20 rows. I don't know, but it's around that numbers of rows. So yeah, so this is what it should look like, and this is going to sit very pretty on your head. If you're done, you can go ahead and do it to be more longer, to come right in front of your face, but this one is actually very short hoodie, just cover a part of our head and then we are fine. Then moving on, I'm going to make the strap, and that strap is going to be the strap that is going to give us fitting on our torso area, the area here. Remember, we didn't give the dress any fitting, we did like a straight crocheting. So we are going to make a strap here. We are going to be using it to grab the back of the dress to give us a fitting. So yeah, so that's what we are going to be doing next. So to make a strap, I'm going to be doubling yarns. I have 3 strands here, so I'm going to be doubling that, and I'll make a strap long enough to go around my back 3 to 4 times. Going to make a long chain, and that is going to be our strap, right? You're going to make this long enough to go around your back 2 to 3 times or 4 times even. Just do what works for you. And yeah, that's it basically for this tutorial. So this is our strap, and I'm just going to give the dress a nice fitting behind with a strap. So you're going to choose where the back of the dress will be. Any part of the dress can be the back. So yeah, so the strap will be nice if you can put it on and then grip it yourself, like do the fitting when you already have the dress on. But I'm going to show you where to pass the yarns, or sorry, the strap through. Basically, we are passing the strap through the holes here, just behind. I will do that and wear the dress and show you. So that's it. So this is our dress, and I hope this tutorial was helpful. If it was helpful, don't forget to give it a like, a thumbs up, and share, so that YouTube can share this to a wider audience. I will see you all in the next one. Bye.